Hey humans! So in today's video, I am going to be messing around with how I draw eyes, and to do that, I am going to be following Thumin's eye tutorial. Thumin is another art YouTuber here on YouTube, obviously, and she made a really cute eye tutorial, and I've been wanting to change my eyes for a little bit anyway, so when I saw her tutorial, I was like, yo, this is perfect. So I am going to be following her tutorial in this video, and then kind of mixing how I draw eyes with how she draws eyes and kind of making my own thing that I think I'm really satisfied with. So first here you can kind of see me doing how I draw eyes, which is I take a light color, color in, take a slightly darker color, draw a circle, and then use a fluffy cloud to kind of blend it down the shading on the top. And then I repeat with an even darker color, add some light colors for the iris, and then I erase any extra stuff that's not supposed to be there. And then I add a little white dot for the highlight, and that is all. That is what my eye looks like. And here it is. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and color the drawing so that we can really compare what these eyes look like on this little head that I drew of myself. So that's what my eyes look like. That's how I draw them now. And then we're going to jump down and follow Thumin's tutorial to the letter. So I'm still going to use the same colors because I still want to use the same colors for my brown eyes. I don't want to do anything too out there because I already have so many out there designs on my character. Thumin does the same thing I do, except instead of using the fluffy cloud brush, she just uses a hard dip pen brush to do the shadow, which is cool for her. And I used to draw my eyes like this actually, but I stopped doing it because it looked like the eye was hooded or like half closed, which is something that's prevalent in Thumin's art, but for my art where the where the eye is more open, it just doesn't work for me because it looks like the eye is open in the shape, but still closed in how it's shaded. And now we're going in with that lighten layer that Thumin suggested we use, and you can see me using this light blue color, which you can't really see on the white of the eye, so that's something I made a mental note of. Then just adding some more details, going in with this highlight. I love how she draws highlights with that color under the white so that it really like looks like that, what is that, aberration effect? I don't know how to say that, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to mean. So I did that, and at this point the eye was looking a little crowded. It's definitely cute, but it's a little crowded, especially for the size of pixelation that I drew this person in. And you can see me trying to add like a little cute star or something, but it's just not working because the eye's already too crowded. It works for Thumin's style. I fucking love how she draws eyes and how she colors, period. It's gorgeous. But for my art style and the way I draw eyes on the body, it looks crowded to me. So I made a mental note of that, and I kept and I went over and colored the lines back to what color they should be. And if you want a tutorial on how I draw eyes using clipping layers and how I color in general, I can definitely do that. So that's what that looks like. And now we're going to go down to this one where I mix how I draw eyes and how Thumin draws hers, to see if I can make something unique and that's my own that I'm satisfied with. So you can see me shading the eyes the same way I do normally, which is with the fluffy cloud brush and the little circle. Excuse me. Just adding in that detail. And then instead of doing the little white highlight, I'm going to do my highlights the way Thumin does. Let me see that in just a moment. I'm struggling with the eraser brush here. It kept getting bigger than I actually wanted it to. Okay, so we're going to add that lighten layer. And we're going to do, like, instead of that brown color, I decided to go with the blue for the highlight, a darker blue, so you could see it over the white of the eye a little better. And a little side note, she suggests not drawing the white of the eye actually white, which definitely is something I do for darker skinned people. But for lighter skinned people, I just do white with a little gray shadow. which works for me. It works for my comic-y style. Thumin's is a little more aesthetically pleasing, so using white on her eyes is definitely more awkward looking, especially with her darker skin tone. But for me, this works fine. It all depends on what your art style is. And I wanted to add a little shape into the eye, but I couldn't figure out what, and eventually I decided on a heart. At the end of Thumin's video, she drew in a heart to thank her subscribers, and I decided to draw in a heart to thank Thumin for making this amazing eye tutorial. So yeah, here's what they look like. I'm just adjusting the size of the canvas, and I'll show you in just a sec. So here's what they originally look like. That's what Thumin's tutorial looks like. Got a little stray bit of color there. And then this is what it looks like mixed together. I definitely like the highlights like this. I don't know if I'm going to draw the shape every time, but yeah. So that's what the final bit looks like. Thank you for watching this video. Really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!